Hey family, get excited. We get paid to read these books. Formal education will pay you a living, but self-education will pay you a fortune. And I love reading this book, Maxwell Maltz, Psycho-Cybernetics. And he's talking about in chapter 13 how to turn a crisis into a creative opportunity. Teammates, and I mean, a crisis is not like life or death crisis. A crisis is, hey, I want to close a sale. I want to close some business. I want to add some people to my team. I want to do a winning presentation. I got a speaking engagement and I want to flat sell it and perform at a high level. And so these are 3 ways that you know whether, sometimes people have situations where it's like high pressure, crisis, quote unquote, and they just don't perform well. There are students who do extremely well in day-to-day classwork, but find their minds a blank when taking an examination. Well, there are other students who are ordinary in classwork, but do extremely well on important examinations. And so if you react properly, now whether you respond well or not so well, is usually, according to Dr. Maltz, that's a learned response. That you may know the material and your mind draws a blank. He said that's a learned response. You know when you have the proper mechanism when you react in a crisis situation, because that crisis situation, number 1, can give you strength. You get energized and you're up for the challenge. You're ready to take your shot. Number 2, it gives you power and confidence. You're not vacillating. You know, I got a saying that if you're always ready, you don't have to get ready. You gotta have that energy going into the crisis. And number 3, you get wisdom that you don't ordinarily possess. You can get an idea and right when the time you need it. And like I serve an on-time God. He might not come when you need him, but he ain't never been late. And so the wisdom, the idea come right then. A lot of that is focus. He said is a learned response. So 3 ways you know you have the correct response to a crisis or a challenge. Number 1, the challenge should give you strength. Number 2, the challenge should give you power. And number 3, the challenge can draw out wisdom that you don't even ordinarily possess. It'll give you an answer that you don't even know where it came from. You didn't even know you knew that. That's when your thinking is proper. That's when you are reacting correctly to a crisis. Man, don't you love reading these books? I hope you're getting something out of this. We'll run this play again tomorrow.